Welcome back again. I'm Mr.Gone, and this is a Raid Shadow Legends video. So, today I decided that I wanted to do something that I've been wanting to do it for a while, but I decided we're going to do a relic pull and see what we get. And maybe along the way, I may decide to tell you, what kind of champs you might want to put things on, and when you just want to use something to, you know, basically like they do with the food champs and stuff, to build up the other champs. Well, you can use the bad relics as food to build up the good relics. So let's have a look. All right. So, as I said, I've been saving these up for a little while here, and I've been really curious as to what I'm going to get in all of these. And I figure I did the math, and I figured out that, let's see here. I built up a bunch of them up to 12 already, which gave me room so that I could do this. And I have a total of 200 slots that I can use. And I figured out the math that I will have 153 relics that I'll be pulling. And that will leave me at 198. So I have just enough room. So I need to do this now. And I'm kind of curious as to what I'm going to get. I'm assuming everybody wants me to pull all the good stuff first, but I'm going to go with the weak things first and just get those out of the way, since I have a lot more of those, and we're probably going to get a whole lot of crap. So that being said, let's get started here. We'll just start from the top and work our way down, I guess. Yeah, I think that works. We'll just start here. I have no idea how long this video is going to be. We're just going to kind of go with the flow, see what happens here. I wish that you could do, see, now, like something like this. I mean, you can use this, like if this is, something that, if you don't have a lot of other ones, you could put this on somebody who does a lot of turn meter stuff. But most of these things, I'm just letting you know now, most of these are just going to be exactly what I said over here, how you just feed them up until you get, stuff built up to where you can actually upgrade all the relics that you really, just same, literally exactly the same as you do with food champs. And I really, really, really wish there was a way that I could do this in batches. They need to do that. That's another one that I'm going to end up using for food. We'll just call them food relics. I think I have one of these. Yeah, I think I have one of those on my Acrizia, actually, because I didn't have anything better to put on her. Let's see here. Yeah, as I said, we're going to get a whole lot of nothing. Which is, I mean, it's no different than, anything in this game, to be honest. Everything is RNG. RNG on top of RNG on top, especially like gear. Let's see. Turn meter increases by, I know that I've already fed a lot of these. Debuffs. Yeah. More food. We're going to have a whole lot of that. As I said, I wish that there was some way that I could batch these together. But that's just not going to happen. I feel like I should have drum rolls going on here. Where receives 2% less damage if under any buffs. But Wish the button on my mouse was work a little faster. See, now this one is actually decent, and wearer is instantly healed by 10% when their HP drops below 50%, and then as you rank it up and everything, this number here will go up. You can have a look at that later. Come on, button, do your thing. More food. I think if the ones are their food, I'm not even gonna like go through it anymore. Let's see here. And the good thing is that I've been wanting to get more food so that I could keep ranking up some of my other relics, but I've been holding off so that I could do this for my friends. And that's you. Oh boy. I'm having a feeling now that this, being that we can't do this in batches, that this is going to be a long one. That's fine. It's Sunday, right? Probably not Sunday right now for you when you're watching it, though. Wow. They're not even going to pretend to give me anything decent. I'm literally just going to get a whole lot of nothing. I'm so ready to like get to the good stuff. And now if I pull the good stuff and get bad stuff, I'm not going to be very happy. Especially being how long I waited to do this. Like I've been waiting for like quite a while, as you can imagine, to get this many. And I don't spend money on anything to help me get anything faster. So, you know, and I don't even know. Is there things you can do to get relics faster? I'm not really sure. If there is, I don't do it. So that's why I don't know about it. But wow. Not even like an epic one. Well, wait, no, I did get one. I got one. So, yeah. Yep, this is about what I expected, to be honest. But that's okay, though, because on the positive side, like I said, I'm going to have plenty of food to rank up all the ones that I've been waiting to rank up that I just couldn't do yet. Yeah, this would go a lot faster if my mouse button were not deciding to to act like it doesn't know what to do. All right, you know what? Actually, no. We're going to go through and we're going to do all the rares first. Then we'll do all the epics. We'll just go up like that. How's that sound? Sound good? All right, let's see here. Yeah, I'm just gonna say now that if it's food, I'm probably just, and I'm not using it for anything, then I'm probably not even gonna worry about talking about it, because you care probably about as much as I do. I mean, like I said, like most of the stuff that you get is another one of these. Is they're actually decent though. If you're gonna put it on somebody who well, I mean, you could really. I was gonna say like healers and stuff like that, which is probably more ideal to put it on some maybe one of your support champs, so you can keep them around. Like I said in a previous video, they can't help if they're dead, and then they can help keep everybody else alive. Uh, I don't know. I haven't used any of these for anything. Just saying. I hope at some point, I do hope at some point though, that I do get maybe something new that's good. Something that I don't have. Just quite a lot of things, to be honest. Come on, button, don't fail me now. Uh, I mean, see, like, wearers receive 2% less damage from ally protection effects. It's like, okay. You know what I mean? It's like, I don't know. It's like, some of these I think they just kind of threw in there. They're just like, oh, what else can we throw in there? Receives 2% less damage if, under any buffs. And the highlighted number here is always the number that goes up as you rank it up. So I'm not sure what this goes up to, but it's like, I mean, okay. I mean, if you don't have any other relics and stuff, yeah, putting some of these low ranking relics on is better than nothing, right? I mean, if you really, really want to put something on there, but 20% chance to decrease incoming damage by 10%. So it's only 10%, but there's only a 20% chance. I'm not sure what it goes up to. Well, we'd have to take a look. But I wish you could look at it here. I don't know why they don't have that as a thing. Why would they not let you look like right here in this screen, All right. Moving right along here. Faction Wars. And the thing that sucks too is that you only have a 50-50 chance of even getting any of the stuff from, where you got the relics from, or where you got the materials from. And 50% of just getting the standard, which not all the standard ones are bad. I'm not saying that they're bad. I'm just saying that, like, could it be a higher chance of getting the special ones from wherever it is you got it from, and then like maybe like a 25%? Like if you get them in just standard Chimera, like, yeah, I get why you would have a higher chance of that, but like, can we just? I don't know, or actually no, because that would be different too. See the puzzled look on my face right there when I realize that those aren't the same. But anyways, point being, I think that this standard one should, I don't know, I just think it should be a lower chance. Ugh, more nonsense. Well, nope, I take that back. More food. More food. There's going to be a lot of food in here. Where is a 15% chance to place an unresistible? Wouldn't it be irresistible or unresistible? Wouldn't it be called irresistible? I don't know. Stun debuff on a single target for one turn whenever they reduce the target's HP by 30% or more with a single skill. I mean, clearly that's the number that goes up. So I mean, not terrible. I mean, there's obviously worse. Let's see. Okay, more food. Lots and lots of food. Another thing that's weird to me still, even this far into doing videos for this channel, is that when I first started the channel, I I really wanted to just have music consistently playing in the background, like really low, but like consistently playing. And I got used to that, like in the headphones, right? Now, this is actually good. You could use this on like your Cavalax, or anybody that uses poisons, actually. But I have this also on my Cavalax, also along with the other I can't remember what it's called. The one that makes his poisons, deal a lot more damage in arena. I can't remember what it's called though. I'll have to look. But anyways, yeah, and then I've got this added on to him too. Just why not? So even though this is a rare, that's actually decent for that. But anywho, so I originally started with the music. If you go back to like earlier videos, I had the music playing in the background, like just, you know, kind of quietly, but you could hear it. And that's just the way that I wanted it to always be. I always wanted to do that, like all the time. And then I did my what raid became when I needed something video, and I that was the first one that I didn't do that, and I only did just like intro, type music, and then that was it. And then I kind of liked it, so I just kind of left it like that. Decrease the steel turn meter effects are 15% less effective against the wear. I mean, I could see how some of this stuff, it makes sense, but it's just kind of like, it's like not really like a make or break kind of thing. It's like I get it, but it's like, I can't really see myself going out of the way to where it receives 1% defense for each 15% HP missing. I stacks up to 75% missing HP. I don't know. I don't know. I just can't see the like it'll make some of these, like I said, like they make sense, but at the same time, it just it's kind of like all right, I guess. All right, so we don't have didn't miss anything, right? Okay. All right, moving right along. Kind of. My button would work faster. See, and that's the thing that sucks. Is what I mean. It's like no matter where you go, you always got like the 50% chance of getting like the standard ones. So even as you move through here, you're still seeing like the same shit, and you're just like, oh, another one of those. But like I said, the positive side, it's all food, so I'll be able to buff up some of the ones that I am actually using. Whereas 20% chance to ignore 10% of the target's resistance, a 20% chance to ignore 10% resistance. Like, okay, at that point, it's like, is that really? I mean, if you're, I don't know. It's, I don't know why that one was frustrating to see. It's just, I don't know. Some of them, like I said, I think they just kind of threw them in here. Come on, Shimon Lee. Shimon Lee. That's what pops in my head. Every time I hear anybody, even myself, say, come on, think of that movie Rush Hour. Shimon Lee. I don't know, get stuck in my head. I say silly things all the time to myself, being by myself. I'll talk to myself. I just say boop when I touch things for some reason. I don't know why. I think as a grown man, I say boop entirely too much. I don't even know when or why it started. It just kind of happened. I'll be at the gas station running my card through the card reader and say boop as I hit the buttons. I don't know why. Nobody said anything to me about it, so I guess it's not that terrible. I mean, what are they going to say, honestly? I think I do have one of these on one of my newts. I think just because I at the time when I put it on him, I didn't really have anything really that great. And if I remember right, he's defense based anyways, so I just kind of threw it on there. Just I didn't have anything. I wanted to see if I could like get a little more damage out of him, if possible, as you do. Oh, anyhow, like I was saying, so I used to play the music all the time, and it's just weird to me now. Whenever the wearer is under a crowd control debuff, all turn meter fill effects increase the wearer's turn meter by an additional 20%. It started out like I was like, oh, this might be good. I don't have this, and then it just turned into more turn meter stuff, which I mean, I guess is cool if you're trying to like rush them through their turn to get rid of like freeze or stun or whatever it is. So I mean, I guess yeah, but it's like but it's like, so it makes sense, but it's, do I really want to waste a slot for a relic on that? Is what I'm saying. You know what I mean? Like, because there's so much better stuff if you can just pull it. You know what I mean? But anywho, so now it's like I sit here and nothing is going through my headphones as I'm recording videos. So I'm literally just sitting here in silence, talking into a microphone and looking at a camera, and it just feels weird to me now without the music there anymore. I feel like the music was like my security blanket. Like I could just sit here and listen to music and just kind of ramble. Oh, I got no more. I got no more. All right. Almost done with the rares. Almost done with the rares. Let's see here. What is that? Rare receives 2% less damage when enemies whose max HP is at least double their. I mean, and this was obviously going to go up too. So something like, you know, boss fights and stuff like that, you know, or Hydra fights, you know, any kind of boss fights, they're going to clearly have far more, you know, HP than you. And this is the number that's going to go up. I don't know. Like I said, I can't see from here where it's going to go up to, which is, I think, is kind of lame. Kind of a missed opportunity. Therium on that one. Where deals 2%. Where's it? Let's see. That same one. I don't know why I didn't just look at it. All right, last of the rares, boys and girls, and it's more food. I almost said crap. All right, so that's all the rares. Now we're going to start back up here. We're going to go through the epics. And fingers crossed. Come on, we'll give you something good. So now we're going to have a whopping 4% chance of getting a legendary, and a whopping 0.05% of mythical. Let's see. Who receives fatal damage, reduces it by 50% of their turn meter, and then fully reduces their turn meter. I do not have that one yet. It reads weird, and so this number is going to go up. Reduces it by 50% of their turn meter, and then fully reduces their turn meter. And it's got a 1-turn cooldown on it. It's the first one that we've gotten that has a cooldown on it. So, I don't know. But then you got like 3 slots for gemstones, which is nice. I don't know. I'll have to think about that one. I mean, it sucks that it like does something good, but it also does something bad. You know what I mean? It's like they couldn't just do something good. You know what I mean? It's just like they give you something good and you're just like, oh, cool. Oh, damn. It's going to make me not have a turn. It's going to completely deplete my turn meter. So I'm not going to be dead, but I might be when the next guy goes. Where his next attack after killing an enemy deals 20% more damage. Which, and this number is going to go up. It'd be kind of nice to see what that goes up to. So if you whack somebody, you might be able to whack somebody. You know, if you got somebody that, like a Rotos or somebody who gets like extra turns and things like that, like that might help. Let's see. Steal a random buff. I have some of those that I do not have on anybody. I do not. Yeah. Last one here. More food. All right. Oh. Come on, give me something good. These don't come around very much. And yep, yep. That's fine. That's fine. It's just more food, right? I mean, I don't want all of it to be food. I would actually like to have something useful. You know what I'm saying? It just doesn't seem to be in my stars. Decrease in steel trim effects are 50% less effective. I don't care. I want something I'm actually going to use, man. I saved these for so long. But this is, whereas 15% chance of placing a veil buff on themselves for one turn at the end of their turn. Chance increases by 5% for each 15% HP left. There's always like these extra stipulations added. You know what I mean? It's not just like, hey, this good thing could happen. It's always like, hey, this good thing could happen if or but. There's always like an if or a but. And it's just can we just get some good stuff? Come on, man. There's already so much RNG on whether we're even going to get one of those or not. You know? So, I mean, can it just be good without the if or the but? Alright, let's see here. More food. Well, wow, man. We worked our way. Do we even have anything else up here? No. We're totally out of things up the top. Yep. All gone. So this is all it down here. It's all we got left, boys and girls. It's all down here. So fingers crossed. But I just find it wild. Well, okay, so to be fair, most of what I was pulling was rare stuff. But now we're getting into the epic stuff. But yet you still get a 60% chance of getting a rare, which is just, that's not fair, you know? With as much RNG as in this game, I think, whereas 20% chance to ignore 5%, 20% chance to ignore 5% defense. I mean, all right, you know, okay. It's only 5%, you know? So, I mean, I think if you only got a percent chance to ignore it, I think that how much defense is ignored should be a hell of a lot more than that. You know, like maybe like 20%, you know, or something like that. So, you know what I mean? It's just 20% chance to ignore 5%. It's just this here is just for this kind of a chance, that's too low. You know, it would mean something if it was like 20% of the defense. You know, that would make it a lot better. You know, you could make that would be effective. You know, whereas 20%. Oh yeah, I already saw that one. Wow, man. They're like, oh yeah, that one pissed him off. Let's keep giving it to him. Okay. Come on, man. Throw me a bone, Plarium. I've been a good boy and I saved these. What is this? Probably nothing good. Once per round, whereas a 50% chance of activating an instant turn effect when one or more allies are killed. See, there it is. You know, once per round. And then the wearer has a 50% chance of activating an instant turn effect when one or more allies are killed. I mean, I guess if you didn't have something better, you could put this on maybe Reviver or something like that. You know what I mean? They might get an instant turn and be able to, you know, pop everybody back up again like immediately. I mean, I guess, but it's just, you know, it just sucks that it's like when one or more, somebody has to die for this to even happen, you know, so. But like I said, if you stuck it on like a Reviver or something like that, I think that's, well, probably best case. Let's see, what is this? Whenever the wearer receives damage, there's a 20% chance to heal themselves by 20% of the damage received. So that's whenever the wearer receives damage. So that's just whenever. You have a 20% chance, which that's going to go up. There's a 20% chance to heal themselves by 20% of the damage received. That one's not terrible. I don't hate that. Because this is going to go up. We'll have to see what that number is going to be. But that's not awful, you know. That could, you know, well, you could really put that on anybody, really. Put that on your damage dealers. Will they stay alive? I mean, of course, you're going to want to put that on somebody that, you know, the things that usually tend to keep you alive, I like to keep on my support champs, you know, because the support, that's what they're there for, you know, and they can't support you if they're not there. So, but I'm just saying you could put that on like a damage dealer. Usually with damage dealers, I try to squeak a little bit more damage out of them somehow. And then the support champs, I try to just find some way of keeping them alive so that they can do their job and keep everybody else going. Okay. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. All right. Let's see what we got here. Nope. What is that? That's kind of cool. Decreases the damage the most injured ally. Why does it have to be so complicated? Decreases the damage the most injured ally receives from bosses by 5%. Wearer receives that damage instead. Ah, there it is. This relic will only activate once per team. This relic will only activate once per team. Decrease what? That is very confusing. Decreases damage the most injured ally receives from bosses by 5%, and that's going to go up. The wearer receives that damage instead. That extra damage that is decreased. This relic will only activate once per team. So, does that mean the very first time you guys that doesn't make any sense? If I'm just not understanding this and you do, let me know in the comments because this right here sounds ridiculous to me. This sounds in my brain, the way I'm reading this, the way that it's written, says that the first time that somebody gets hit, then it's over. It's done. This relic will only activate once per team. So after the very first hit, which I mean, that's I don't understand that. That makes no sense. That one pisses me off even more than the other one did. And that sucks because the picture is really cool. So, like I said, if I'm just understanding that wrong somehow, let me know because to me that one is absolutely asinine. that one really made me mad. Oh, yep. I'm trying to watch what I say here, even though it doesn't really matter. But I'm trying to be a good boy here. You're testing me, aren't you? As many as I have now, I wish they were better than that. Okay, let's see here. Come on. Come on. Oh, we got one more, huh? One more. Yepper. All right. I guess since I only got one in here, we'll do this one first. As I said, most of these are not going to be any good. Wearer deals 10% more damage to enemies under shield buffs. I mean, cool. I mean, the thing is too that like you got to think that you're putting the gemstones in here too. So sometimes, and I'm not saying that this is one of those cases, but it kind of is, where it's like, meh, okay, whatever. But maybe you'll be able to like put some gemstones in here that actually will make a difference, and which also a lot of those are crap as well. I'm just telling you, don't, at least as far as the relics and stuff go, like don't sell anything. Like always keep your relics, because you're gonna be able to like I said, like do turn them into food. See, now I one thing I noticed is that the crit, it's got crit damage in here, so that's obviously gonna be good. Um, it's I don't know. This is I don't know. This is another one of those ones where it's like, I mean, cool, but it depends on what kind of gemstones you can add to it. So, all right, let's see here. Now, these legendaries give a whopping 0.5%, and a 39.5% of legendary and oh my god, killing me, Raid. You're killing me, Smalls. All right, let's see here. I mean, the good thing is that this week I will be able to rank up more of the ones I was that I had to stop. See, I don't hate this one. Like I said, like this is actually not bad. Let's see here. We're almost done. We're almost done. Nope. Last one of these. Oh, God, I love this thing. This one is actually, I feel, one of the better ones that you can get. Um, I have this on my Raka and on my Arbiter. And now you know. But this is one of the ones that I'm trying to like get fully ranked up. Where has a 25% chance to reflect stun, sleep, fear, true fear, freeze, provoke, petrification, and sheet back to the attacker. And this 25% chance goes up and up and up and up, and it also brings up your HP, your speed, and once you finally get up there, your accuracy. But it's nice that the HP and the speed are the lower two, so you can get a little boost there. This right here is awesome. Like this is so nice. Like it comes in so it even at the beginning stages, it still pops off more than you would think that it would, and it really helps. I think it's. I'm so glad I got another one of these. That makes me happy. I was actually hoping to get one of those. All right, now even when you're using mythical relics or the materials, you still only have a 20% chance. That's wild to me. All right, so please, please, I've been a good boy. Please, please, give me good stuff. I mean, well, the thing is, I'm only going to get legendary or mythical, so, but that doesn't mean they're going to be good. Ooh, what's that? Whenever the wearer places a poison or bomb debuff, okay, what's the but or if going to be? All right. Has a 10% chance of placing a second debuff for 2 turns. Only counts debuffs placed by. Okay, all right, okay. So there's not actually a bad thing to that one. Whenever the wearer places a poison or bomb, has a 10% chance of placing a second debuff for 2 turns. Only counts placed by active skills. So that, okay. All right. So anybody like that places it by like like a passive skill or something like that, like Euros, or something like that. So that won't work, but like like a Cowblax, well, actually, That's not true either, because Cavillax is passive. I don't think. Or no. Well, yeah, his are all passive. That's all passive. He doesn't actually place it. Oh, all right. So you'd have to like find somebody who actually like I think like Venomage, things like that. Somebody who actually actively puts it on, not passively. So whatever, that's cool. Now it makes me wonder, for people that place two poisons, will they get two, or will they only get one? I don't know. We'll have to try it and find out. All right. Two more. Yep, that's, I don't know. I still think that would be something that you would want to put on like a support champ. Last one. Oh, another one of these. All right. So I guess it's not terrible. I got another wanted submission, so that's good. I could mix match some of these, but I don't know. I don't ever do that. Well, let's go through here. And let's go through. Yep. So so there we go. It goes up by 5% each time you level it up. By 50%. Oh wow. You could reduce it all. Wow, you could literally reduce it by 100%. Huh. Wow. That's pretty crazy. Let's see here. What are some of the other ones? 20% more damage. Okay. That's not terrible. I'm trying to look for some of the good ones here. What was this one? 15% chance. Okay. So 5, 10, 15. All right. So yeah, on this one here, like I said, I have on my Cavillax, somebody else, I don't remember who, but equal to 50% of their attack, and that goes up by 2, 4, 6, 8 by 100%. All right. Let's see. What was this one? Yeah, I don't know. All right, what were these here? Has a 10% chance. All right, so like a 35. Let's see. Once per round. Where is it? See, I don't know. Has a 50% chance. Oh wow. So you could get up to a 100% chance. What was this one? Has a 20% chance. Has a 20% chance to heal themselves by 20. So okay. Like a 50% chance. I'm literally just, talking to myself to you. Whatever the wares that are. I don't know. That one's kind of meh. 10% more damage. 34, so like 40% more damage. I don't know. It's not awful, but this one here, what why these random numbers? They did that to piss me off. I know they did. Yeah, these were no good. All right, well, I guess I'll finally be able. I'll finally be able to get. Where'd she go? Where'd she go? There she is. Like, I really want to get that leveled up the rest of the way. I really do. I'm finally going to get able to do that. So, anywho, I guess that's all we're going to do today. I just wanted to do something a little less. Well, it was supposed to be a little less stressful. It wasn't always all the way through there. Part of some of that kind of made me mad just because they were just so stupid. But anyhow, really, like I said, a lot of these, like I said, a lot of these you're gonna get. You're literally just gonna turn them into food. When you're doing them, you're gonna look for things like this. I'll tend to stick on you just like gear or anything else. You want to make sure that it makes sense with what you're doing. I mean, yeah, you could just literally throw anything on anybody, but you could also throw any gear on anybody too. But if you really want to get the best, you know, efficiency out of what you're putting together, make it make sense with what kind of champ it is, what you're trying to do with them, and like something like this, which is a really good one. Um, it makes sense to put it on, maybe like your, like with my Raka, like she's a healer, cleanser, reviver, somebody like that, because you want them to be able to keep doing what they're doing. And if somebody else in the team gets, a debuff placed on them, well, if she reflects it off, she can always cleanse everything off everybody else. That's kind of where I'm going with that. You got same with these, where it instantly healed by 10%, goes up by 2% each time you level it up. Stuff like that. Usually things that have to do with like healing. I personally tend to put that kind of stuff on my support type champs, healers, things like that. And then when you got stuff that actually does like more damage, was this one? Yeah, like this would be something, you were not going to put this on a support champ, you know what I mean? And your crit damage, and your attack, it'll be helpful if it's an attack based champ, obviously, but I mean you could put it on somebody else, and then also you want to take a look at like what kind of gemstones do we got, 8% chance to reset a skill's cooldown if it kills an enemy with direct damage, so I mean that would be a good one to put on here. Let's see, crit rate, increase their damage when multi hits, so I mean sometimes you'll get one that's like kind of okay, but then you'll go in here and you'll find ignore defense against the wearer, survived, 10% more damage. Yeah, I don't know. I'm just kind of looking. North 5% of target's resistance. I really it increases. Oh, I have a lot of gemstones. But you know what I'm saying. You can look. Sometimes you'll be able to find, like, even if the relic isn't as good as as it could be, it's kind of meh, so, and then you end up finding like some gemstones in here that will actually make it, top it off and make it even better. So just basically you want to do it the same way as you do gear. You're going to want to like make sure that it makes sense for what you're trying to build here. I tend to go for like any kind of healing, or like they want a submission, how it reflects, things like that. Those I try to put on like support champs, things like that, revivers, people that you're gonna want to keep alive so they can help keep everybody else alive. And then anything that has to do with any kind of damage or accuracy, just make that appropriate. If it's somebody that strips buffs, puts a lot of debuffs, things like that, things with a lot of accuracy, or help that out, those might come in handy, or for your damage dealers, to find things that like add to your damage. But don't throw away your relics. You can always use them as food. That's really all I really wanted to tell you. That's really it. I really needed, I think I just really, really wanted to finally pull all this stuff and just see what I got, because I've been holding on to those for so long. So thank you for allowing me to do that. And that being said, I hope you have a great day / night. Oh, and let me know in the comments any good relics or bad relics that you may have pulled recently. And I'll see you next time. Bye.